Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. Today I'll be tackling the Japanese beetle that has been destroying my hibiscus and some of my rose foliage. You might have seen a prior video of mine where I showed you a few things that I purchased to try to combat these bugs in the garden. And for today, I'll be using the Diatomaceous earth. This one here is a crawling insect killer, and it says it kills beetles, ants, German cockroaches, and other crawling insects. I'm only using it for this guy here. That's the culprit right there. So let me show you some of the hibiscus and how terrible they look. And some of them actually look like they're about to die. So let's check them out. Okay guys, first up is the Luna Pink Swirl. Now, isn't this a beauty? And by beauty, I mean the flowers. This is gorgeous. I love it. I had bought it from Home Depot for maybe $15 last year, and it did really, really well the first year I bought it. And then it came back, and it's looking really, really great. But the foliage, that's another story. The beetles have really destroyed that. And it's like certain parts of the plant look good and certain parts don't. But it's budded up. It's really, really trying to fight and give me my blooms. But I have to really help this plant out because these beetles are destroying them. Next up is Luna Red. Luna Red looks terrible, guys. I mean, it's actually turning very skeletal. This is how bad it looks. Now, it's not stopping the plant from, again, just like all of them, it's not stopping the plant from being budded up and flowering, because here are the blooms for Luna Red. Now, mind you, it should have more blooms than this, because I can already see some of the buds, even though they're budded up, they're turning brown, which means that they're not really gonna give me much out of that. But it looks awful, guys. This one is Luna Red. But isn't the flower beautiful? A really nice, bright red. Next up is Head Over Heels Dream by Bloomables. This one here is one of my favorite hibiscus because it's this beautiful, big, I mean, the hibiscus is literally 10 inches wide. It's so beautiful. It's big and white with a little red eye or a red throat. But look at the foliage this year, guys. They destroyed it. And it's not as budded up as I know it could be. I bought this guy 2 years ago. 2 years straight, it gave me really, really great blooms. Now, it is budded up, but not to the point that I know it should be. And I see one little bud here that's about to open, maybe the next 2 to 3 days. But by now, it should be looking better than this. I mean, it should at least have more blooms than this, even though the beetles have destroyed this thing. Look at this foliage, guys. Let me know how bad yours look, or even if you're having any issues, because apparently some people are not having any issues at all with the Japanese beetle, while I'm having all the issues over here. Finally, guys, the one that looks the worst is the Summerific. Now, the tag had told me that it was Edge of Night, but when I go online on Proven Winners website, or when I see Edge of Night, I don't think it's Edge of Night. I think this was actually mislabeled. This is a deep, dark red, and I'm not sure which one this is, but it's not a big deal anyway. This plant looks like it's dying. This is how bad this plant looks. And it's not a watering issue. I know that perennial hibiscus drink a lot of water. We've been getting a lot of rain, and for the days that we haven't gotten rain in like maybe 10 days, but it doesn't matter because I was hand watering every single day because I know that they need the water. And this, oh my God, guys, it is awful. I mean, the plant looks like it's dying. The buds dried up. The foliage looks terrible, and I have these little green guys on there. So it's not just the beetle doing the damage. Apparently these guys here, which I don't even know what they are, And it's just been rough, guys. So this one is the summerific. They say edge of night. I don't think it is. And then I actually had bought 3 of these hibiscus. All 3 said edge of night. All 3 were really deep red, and 2 of them did not come back this year. I've had them for maybe 3 years. Yes, 3 years. They came back the first 2. This year, only that guy that I just showed you, this guy, only he came back. The other 2 are supposed to be in that back bed, and they did not come back at all. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to buy any more hibiscus anyway. I read that they actually are susceptible to a lot of bugs, including the beetle. So I'm just going to see what this Diatomaceous earth can do, and see if this, we're only in June, see if it can hopefully help me out and get these plants back to where they need to be. So summerific, bloomables, Luna Pink Swirl, and Luna Red. Now I also have 2 Rosa Sharons, but I'm going to do a different video for those. Those are not affected at all. Even though they're part of the hibiscus family, I'm going to separate them from this whole hibiscus drama here, because first of all, they're not affected, and 2, I want to do a separate Rosa Sharon video. Anyway, guys, let me get the Diatomaceous earth ready. Here it is. Get my gloves, get my mask, because it's dusty, so I definitely don't want this in my nasal cavity. Okay, guys, so I've opened the Diatomaceous earth, and that's what it looks like inside. And according to the instructions, they're saying that all I have to do is apply onto plants and soil around the plants. Don't apply to landscapes, bricks, wood, or metal surfaces. So let me see. I'm just going to grab a handful and just throw it in there. Maybe throw it at the roots area. Let me see. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be doing, guys. I'm desperate. I'm just going to throw it on the plants. It says throw it on the soil, on the plants, or around the soil. So I'm just going to go in and throw it at the root of the plant. And then some of it actually got on the leaves, but it's no big deal. We'll see if that makes a difference. Okay, let me grab some more. So that was the Luna Pink Swirl. Here is the Luna Red. Oof, looks terrible. I'm just going to throw it in there. Okay, I have 2 Luna Reds. So let me do the other one on either side of this bed. Same thing, I'm just going to throw it in there. I'm not measuring anything. I don't have the time to be measuring. I just want to get rid of this particular bug. Now again, I don't want to, my goal is not to get rid of all the bugs. I said I don't want a bugless garden. That's actually not a good garden. You want bugs to be in the garden, but it has to be helpful bugs. It can't just be randos that are destroying your plants. So let me try the this one is the Bloomables brand, and again I'm just gonna throw it in the center of the thing and hope it gets into the root. Okay, and I have a lot of Diatomaceous earth, so I don't think I'm being wasteful by putting a bunch of it on here. I mean, the plants look terrible, so I'm gonna put more than what they say. Okay, here's a better view of the plant. And throw it in there. Okay, so those are the hibiscus. Oh no, I do actually have the summerific down there that's dying. Okay, so here we are at the summerific hibiscus, looking rough. Again, I'm just gonna throw it in there. I wonder if I'm supposed to throw it on the leaves. It doesn't say that. It said around plants. and it said around plants and there's soil around the plants. So maybe not. Okay, so here are some of my roses. They're looking great. This one is, I believe, Love and Peace. And this one is Rio Samba. And they're looking great. After their first flush, I cut them back and they gave me a second flush. So now I got to cut these back. Looking really, really great. And I like to do the cut back because whenever the plant looks like it's getting eaten up too much, I cut it all the way back to 12 inches. And these flowers are doing really, really great. So these look great. This one is, I think, Cathedral Bells. So the roses that I actually saw that were being destroyed were surprisingly the knockout rose. So let's go to those roses. Okay, so here they are. This one is the knockout coral, and this is knockout red. And they were on here the other day. I don't see them right now, but it's nice and cool today. I'm just gonna throw it there on the root and do the same thing here. And that's that for the Diatomaceous earth, guys. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I am desperate at this point. See, I just threw it on the root there, threw it on the root there, and I'm going to double check some other plants. But like I said earlier, the hibiscus and the roses are the ones that, hibiscus mainly, and like I said, those two roses that are getting damaged a lot from these beetles. I'm going to do a total inspection of the rest of the yard and see if I find anything else. Now this is actually good for other things too. Like I think it also says slugs, but I have my slug bait for my hostas, and my hostas are looking really, really great, so I'm not worried about that. But I will keep this handy just in case any beetles show back up. I haven't seen any today, but you know they're coming. Let me know what you use to combat your Japanese beetle issue here in Georgia. It's a yearly thing. They come and they do damage and they go about their business. They don't even stay long, but they stay long enough to cause problems in the yard, guys. Let me know what you think. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and remember to hit the notification bell to be alerted on my new videos. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.